What is up, everybody? It is Wick here, and I'm going to go over some ways you can increase your eBay sales. This is a question I get asked a lot, so I figured I'd make a video on it. Go over my experience. I've been selling on eBay since the 90s, almost since eBay's been in existence. But I want to get a couple of the obvious things out of the way, like the more you list, the more sales you're going to get, obviously, and the quality of your items. You have to sell stuff that people are buying on eBay, people are going to want. So with those out of the way, I think hands down, the best way to increase your sales is to cross-list. Don't just sell on one platform. Just don't sell on eBay. List on Poshmark, Etsy, Mercari, depending on what you're selling, Etsy or Facebook Marketplace, stuff like that. I know a lot of you are saying, well, that takes too much time. That's too much work. You have to use a third-party software of some sort. I use Prime Lister. I list on eBay, and then I can transfer that listing automatically over to Poshmark or Mercari. I was selling clothing on there and shoes. I was cross-listing, and I almost immediately saw an increase in my sales. Of course, I made a video on Prime Lister. I have a link in the description, all that kind of stuff. So if you're interested, check that out. I think it's still free as well to try for like 7 or 8 days, something like that. No credit card required. So check it out. Got to realize there's so many people that are buying on these other platforms. They're not just buying on eBay. They don't even want to shop on eBay. I know as soon as I started transferring this stuff over, I started seeing sales on stuff that I had sitting on eBay for like 2 years. When they got in front of another audience, people were buying them. So it is definitely worth the extra time doing some cross-listing if you want to increase your sales. Another reason you might not be getting as many sales as you want is because of your title. Search engine optimization and keywords are very important in your eBay title. The way your title is presented is important. People see spelling mistakes or letters not being capitalized. The psychology behind it, there's a red flag pops up in their head and they just move on to another listing. I see people waste their eBay title space. They will put, like if they're selling a Bible or something like that, they'll put a Bible, USA seller, free shipping, ships fast, all this other stuff, new, amazing condition, whatever it may be, and they don't actually describe the Bible. They don't use proper keywords like NIV, Bible, large print, red letters, the publishing company. All that kind of stuff is so much more useful. It's what people are searching for. If someone's just searching for Bible, they're going to get tens of thousands of hits. People are going to narrow that down in their search, and you want your specific Bible to be found. You don't need to put ships fast in the title or free shipping or something like that, because if someone's wanting free shipping, there's automatically a tab that they can put in, or even if they search for free shipping by typing it out, eBay will point them to things that are already free shipping because that's what you chosen in the actual listing description. And of course, your description matters some too. You need to describe your items very well. Let people know any flaws. Don't make it seem like you're trying to hide something. When people are confident about buying, they're more than likely going to buy from you. And of course, photos matter. Just don't take one photo of an item and expect to, see sales rolling in. I try to take photos of each side of everything I sell. It builds that confidence from the buyer when they're looking at it. They say, oh, there's nothing I need to look out for. There's nothing being hidden here. Everything looks good. Especially with collectibles and stuff like that. You really want to make sure you are showing everything. You're describing as much damage or anything like that may be going on anywhere. Also, the rumor is the eBay algorithm favors sellers who have more than 3 photos. I don't know how true that is, obviously. Only the people that design the algorithm probably know that. Also, white backgrounds is another thing. I guess Google likes white backgrounds. And of course, people search for things on Google, and if you're using the right keywords, your listing may show up. If you're using good photos, someone's doing an image search for something, your eBay listing might show up. I know I've searched for things on Google by image, and someone else's eBay store pops up where they're selling what I'm looking for. So it definitely increases sales to get everything smooth running. Search engine optimization, and that's title, photos, description, all that stuff just needs to be a good synergy. And once you get in a good habit of doing that, it just becomes second nature. And of course, another way you can increase sales is doing the eBay promotions. When you list something as buy it now, you can do a percentage-based promotion. I'm not going to go into how all that works, but it does increase sales based on my experience. Everything I was listing, I was putting at 1% promotion, meaning when it sells, I pay an extra 1% in fees. And anyone who's not promoting at all, I would basically be ahead of them. Some items that were more competitive, I might promote for like 3%. And then one day I decided, you know what? Am I wasting my money? Is this even doing anything? So I took all my promotions down for almost 2 weeks and my sales tanked. It was something like 55% less sales, something like that. Just very bad. I turned all the promotions back to 1% and the sales just picked up back to normal again like it had been. And I know a lot of you are like, I already pay enough fees. I get it. It's annoying. And unfortunately, the promotion, I just read just the other day that you can no longer promote at 1%. 2% is the minimum because so many people were just promoting at 1% and there's so many people that won't promote at all. So all these 1%ers had the advantage. So I guess eBay just thought, hey, we'll just put it to 2% and make more money. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I think it happens sometime in July. I might try 2% for a while, but it's starting to get expensive. You know, you sell a $100 item at 1%, you're just paying an extra dollar, and your promotions are 2%, you're effectively just paying double what you was in fees for the promotions anyway. And I don't know, it's getting kind of crazy. But what it comes down to is the people that are willing to pay those promotion fees are going to get more sales. It's just how it is. I've also been experimenting more with auctions and doing the promotion with the auctions, and I can say that that definitely matters as well. A lot of times you do an auction, they'll ask if you want to promote it, and usually I say no. And I had 4 lots of Jurassic Park figures, and I decided to do promotions on 3 of the lots and leave 1 that wasn't promoted. And the results were the 3 I promoted did pretty well. The 1 I didn't only got 1 bid. So yeah, the promotions do matter. Consider promoting. If you're getting this stuff cheap enough, like at thrift stores like I Am Garage Sales, you can afford to pay a little bit more in fees to get those sales moving. People that are doing wholesale and they have very tight margins, I get that you might not want to promote to get sales. Another reason you might not be getting a lot of good sales is your shipping is not right. You may be charging too much for shipping. A lot of people say that you need to do free shipping. It matters. I'm one of those people that believe free shipping doesn't matter. In fact, I do mostly calculated shipping. I think it's very important to give your buyer options, especially if you're selling something larger. Just don't rely on priority shipping that may be much more expensive than like ground. You know, ground takes a lot longer to get to the person. It's not as insured or anything like that. But if the buyer wants to pay less and wait around, then I think it should be an option. Just make sure you weigh your items, estimate the box size and everything properly. Do calculated shipping. But on the topic of shipping, one of the best ways you can increase your sales, in my opinion, next to using the cross listing, is doing global shipping international. And it's very easy to do on eBay. You turn on the global shipping program. When your item sells, eBay charges them the correct amount based on your calculated shipping. So make sure you get that right so you're not charged a different amount. And then you just ship it to Kentucky, to a center that eBay owns, where they will take over. They'll do all the paperwork and then they ship out the item to the buyer. A lot of people have this fear of selling internationally, like something is going to go wrong. You're actually a bit more protected, it seems, with the international shipping on eBay, because once it gets to that Kentucky center, you don't have to worry about a lot of problems that come up because eBay takes responsibility. Once eBay gets it in their hands, if it gets lost, if it gets damaged during shipping, eBay takes responsibility. And I have had something get damaged and lost, and eBay took care of it for me. You have such a huge advantage if you're pricing things the same price as other sellers of an item, or you can even price some things more and you actually get a sale because there'll be an international order. I would say at least 25% or more of my sales are international orders. I just sold a tackle box that was $40. There's probably about 200 other people selling it. I priced mine kind of high. I did an international order. Somebody bought it. They paid about $80 to have a $40 tackle box shipped to their country. So by all those other people not offering the global shipping program, mine was the one that was picked out. Maybe my title was good. Maybe my pictures were better. Who's to say? I would say it's a combination of everything that would get me that sale. But if you're not doing the eBay global shipping program, look into it. So another way I've been increasing my sales is by refreshing. Some people say you need to refresh all of your eBay listings to get them in front of new eyes, get them back in the algorithm. For eBay, I'm not sure how useful that is or how much you should do it. I do know when I had eye surgery and I took my store down for 2 months, when I came back, all my items, of course, were refreshed because I had pulled them all. And I started getting sales from items that, weren't getting sales the previous year. I wasn't even sure if they were going to sell. But this is even more important, refreshing your items on places like Mercari and especially Poshmark. And if you're using that Prime Lister cross-listing software, they have an option that it will automatically refresh your items, which is great, especially on like Poshmark, where it'll automatically like and do all this other stuff. So that alone is a great tool to have. That's definitely a big tip though, if you're selling on Mercari or Poshmark, to get your items refreshed. To do it manually just takes too much time, so having the software is great. And then there's auctions. I've been doing more auctions on stuff that's not really selling, stuff that's been sitting for a year and a half, 2 years, and it's not that great of an item anyway. Rather than just keep marking it down, just mark it down, have an auction. A lot of times that's going to get it in front of more eyes. And if you get a couple people bidding on it, the ego thing will kick in and people don't want to lose. So they'll bid up. You get kind of a little bidding frenzy. The more people bidding and watching an item, the more it can increase in value. I do this with a lot of items that it's like, oh, I paid $5 for this at a thrift store. It's not selling for $20. So I'm going to go ahead and move it down to like $7, run an auction, of course, do calculated shipping. So shipping doesn't get me. And then I'm surprised at the end result. Sometimes they sell for more than what I had listed for buy it now. And it had sat there for like a year and a half. So don't underestimate auctions. Of course, auctions are unpredictable. You can have an amazing item. I see people do auctions on nice pairs of shoes all the time, and they sell for way less than what they're actually worth. Of course, something like shoes, you have to let sit for months because you need that special person that wants that style, requires that size. You just have to wait sometimes with clothing and shoes. But after a couple years, it gets to that point where maybe it's just time to do an auction. But there it is, everybody. There's some ways you can increase your sales. I hope this helps somebody out there. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I think the best way by far is cross-listing and doing the eBay Global Shipping Program. And of course, everything as a synergy, the title, all that works together, works with each other. All that gets your listing in front of millions of more people, and the more people that see it, the more chances it has to sell. And when you finally get those people looking at it, you want to have a good title, you want to have good pictures, so that incentivizes them to buy. And it's what I tell people all the time, always think as the buyer yourself. When you buy something from eBay, do you want more pictures? Do you want to feel confident? Do you want a good price? Do you want fair shipping? I think the answer to that is yes for everybody. But I do really want to thank you for watching. If you could hit that like button before you go, drop a comment. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, flipping_junk. And this has been Wick. Till next time.